Let me just get my things all set up. Okay. Hey everyone, my name is Yalith, and tonight I have you for the next 60 minutes for cozy yoga. I just want to give you a chance to relax and kind of come down from the crazy week we've been having, and find a little extra calm tonight. So if you have my playlist, you can go ahead and start that now. So just for a little bit of a game plan tonight, I'm going to start with just a tiny bit of movement, and then we're going to move into a slightly longer meditation practice, followed by our normal cozy yoga movement and doing some stretching and restorative poses. So if you're ready to begin, you can come to a comfortable seat, and this can look like whatever you want it to look like tonight. You might choose Sukhasana, like I'm sitting in, or a variation with your legs crossed. If it feels better to you to come to a kneeling pose like rock pose or hero pose, or even to sit in a chair, that's great. And as you're coming here, hands can come to your knees and just start to tune into your breath. Focusing on deep inhales and deep exhales. And as you're ready, on your next exhale, allow your chin to release down towards your neck. Don't let it go all the way, just enough so you can feel a gentle stretch on the back of your neck. And as you're ready, start taking some movement on the inhale, moving your chin towards your shoulder. And exhale to come back to your center. And then the same thing to the other side. Inhale, bringing your chin to your shoulder. And exhale through center. If you find any parts that need a little extra stretch, feel free to stay there. As you're otherwise moving with your breath. This movement is a great place to stay, but if you want a little bit more, now coming to find your right ear to right shoulder, opening up through your neck a little bit more. Again, exhaling through center, and finding left ear to left shoulder. Really luxuriate through all of this movement. And maybe if you're feeling it, taking some full circles with your head, maintaining length in all parts of the circle. This doesn't need to be our full range of motion in any direction. Just enough to start moving. And release some of the tension that you might be feeling in your neck. And eventually taking that movement in the other direction. Continue with this until you feel complete and even. And on an inhale, bring your head back up to straight. And find hands into heart center and Anjali Mudra. Stay for a deep breath in, a deep breath out. Inhale here. Exhale to press your arms forward, round your back, and clasp your fingertips. Inhale to extend through your spine, bringing hands up overhead. You can shift your gaze up as well. Exhale to release your arms, bring them down by your side, keeping your chest nice and open. And exhale to return back to hands at heart center and Anjali Mudra for an inhale here. And we'll repeat that a few times. Exhale to press forward. You can round your back from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Inhale to rise, looking up to the sky, opening through your chest. Exhale to release the hands, keeping your chest nice and open. And inhale to find the hands back to your heart center. We'll take that 2 more times at your own breath pace. Really moving through this as slowly as you'd like. Finding a quality of movement that's like a sloth. Just waking up in the morning. Eventually coming to find your hands at heart center. And just stay here for a breath or two. Noticing the energy between your palms. We're going to move into a slightly longer than normal meditation practice. We're going to be practicing a Metta Meditation, which roughly translates to loving kindness or compassion. So if you'd like to join me, find a comfortable position to sit for a decent period of time. You can take any position of your hands that feels good to you. Maybe they come to the knees. If you'd like to take the traditional meditation mudra with your hands, you'll take your left hand on top of your right, placing them in your lap and allowing your thumbs to touch. Wherever you are, make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall, that you can feel both hip points grounding into the earth and length through the spine. But try and find a place that doesn't feel effortful, finding somewhere that you feel like each vertebrae is naturally stacked onto the neck. It can be helpful to remember our intentions of both ease and awareness as you make any minor adjustments. Sit in a way that feels comfortable but alert. We'll start with a few minutes of concentration practice just to help our minds settle and arrive in our present time experience. As you allow the body to resume natural breathing, see where you can feel the breath. Maybe in the stomach or abdomen, where you can feel the rising and falling as the body breathes. It might be in the chest, where you may notice the expansion and contraction as the body inhales and exhales. Perhaps it's at the nostrils, where you can feel a slight tickle as air comes in and a subtle warmth as the body exhales. You can pick one spot to stick with for this meditation practice. You feel the body breathing, try to stay with the breath all the way through. Stick with it from the beginning of the inhale, all the way through to the end of the exhale. You may have noticed the mind wandering. When the mind wanders, it really offers us an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and concentration. Each time we notice the mind wandering, we're strengthening our ability to recognize our experience. Each time we bring the mind back to the breath, we're strengthening our ability to focus on an object. Treat it as an opportunity rather than a problem, and return to the breath. If your eyes are not already closed, allow them to gently close. You can begin the practice by bringing your mind, yourself as you sit here right now. Try to connect with your own deepest intentions for happiness, ease, and safety. You don't need to dive into stories of what will make you happy, but connect with that natural desire you have. You can cultivate this intention to open the heart to your own well-being by silently offering yourself some phrases of metta. In your own head, slowly offer yourself the phrases. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I be at ease. You can offer these phrases silently in your head, saying them slowly enough that you can connect with their meaning and the intention behind them. You can now bring to mind a good friend. This may be a loved one, a friend, a teacher or mentor, or maybe a pet. You can connect with your natural desire to see this person happy and at ease. Just like you, this person wants to be happy, to feel safe, and to be healthy. In an effort to cultivate this intention of kindness, you can offer this person a few phrases of metta. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. You can let this person go from your mind and bring to mind a neutral person. This is someone you see maybe regularly, but don't know very well. Maybe somebody who works somewhere you go a lot, a coworker, or maybe a neighbor. Although you don't know this person well, you can recognize that this person wants to be happy as well. You don't need to know what their happiness looks like necessarily. Again, offer this person the phrases of love and kindness, connecting with the intention to care about their well-being. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. As you let this neutral person go, you can bring to mind somebody who you find difficult. You may not want to pick the most difficult person in your life, instead choosing someone who is minorly difficult. Maybe it's someone you find yourself agitated with or annoyed by. You're going to offer the phrases, recognizing that this is connecting with our intention to care for this person. Although we may not mean it wholeheartedly every time we offer a phrase, we can make an effort with the phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you be at ease. As you're ready, you can let this person go from your mind. And draw your attention back to your own breath. And deep, full inhale. And smooth, full exhale. And to seal this practice of meditation, taking a deep inhale through your nose. And a cleansing exhale through your mouth. If you're ready, allow your eyes to flutter open. And maybe start taking some gentle movement of your shoulders, circling them one way or the other. Your feet are falling asleep, maybe choosing to change the cross in your legs or find a different position. Eventually finding stillness with your hands at the sides of your body. We'll start by taking some sun breaths, just seated as if we were doing some salutations standing. Inhale to sweep your arms up overhead. For Urdhva Hasana, upward salute. Your gaze can go between your palms if that's accessible and comfortable. And exhale to release slowly, hands down to heart center. Feeling slight pressure between your palms. And we'll repeat that. Inhale to sweep arms up overhead. And exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Moving slowly, as if you could gather the sun. We'll take this 3 more times at your own breath pace. See how much length in the spine you can find in your inhales, while also finding a sense of grounding through your seat. As you pull energy down in your exhales, feeling a feeling of freedom. Eventually we come to find hands at heart center. Gentle pressure between the palms for one more inhale. And on an exhale, release hands to your knees. As you're ready, walk your left fingertips out to the left side of your mat and inhale, right arm up overhead for a side body stretch. Think of curving over something to lengthen both sides of the body. You feel weight coming out of your right sit bone, energetically drive it back into the mat. As your breath is flowing here, maybe your gaze turns up to open through your chest or down to release your neck. We'll stay here for a few more breaths. Stay here for one more inhale. Find even more length. And on your exhale, gently come back up through center. Now walking your right fingertips out a couple inches. Inhale, left arm comes up overhead. Extend through left fingertips to curve over something to find length in both sides of your body. Try and open through your left rib cage as you send energy out through your fingertips, while energetically driving your left hip down into the mat. Stay here for one more inhale. And exhale, coming back to center. We'll take a gentle twist now, inhaling both arms up overhead. Wiggle your right fingers for orientation. And exhale to find right hand to left knee. Left hand can go behind you, finding a gentle twist. Can you think of finding more length in your spine with each inhale and a deeper rotation with each exhale? Maybe noticing how the breath changes here as your belly expands and contracts in all directions. We'll stay here for one more inhale and one more exhale. And on your inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to find a neutral spine. Inhale, both arms up overhead. Now wiggling left fingers for orientation. And coming to find the left hand to right knee. For another gentle twist. Again, finding length in your spine with each inhale and deepening the twist with each exhale. Maybe your gaze shifts over right shoulder as your breath is full. We're here for one more inhale. And one more exhale. And on an inhale, coming back to center. If you're sitting up on any props, now's a good time to maybe move them out of the way. If it feels good to keep them, that's a great option too. We're moving into Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose, finding the soles of feet touching and knees go wide. There's a couple of options. Maybe you're pulling your heels in towards your hips as close as you can. Or maybe you're letting the feet go a little bit further so that your ankles are at about arm distance. Wherever you are, this is with the feet further away, a slightly deeper hip opener. Wherever you are, coming to find a nice tall spine. We'll stay here for one breath in and one breath out. As you're ready, come to release your legs, releasing all of the sitting that we've been doing as we start moving, maybe bouncing your knees a little bit. And as you're ready, we'll come to find the tabletop pose with hands under shoulders, wrists under shoulders, and knees under hips. And just taking some cat and cows. Another great option is to take seated cat and cows here. Just arching your back on your inhale, expanding through your chest and front body. And on the exhale, rounding through your back, releasing your chin to chest. I'll move through this a few more times, nice and slow at your own breath pace. Go ahead and take one more inhale and exhale here. And then finding a neutral tabletop with shoulders stacked on top of wrists and hips stacked on top of knees. On your next inhale, extend your right leg back behind you, finding a little bit of a stretch through the back of the leg. And shift your weight back and forth, pressing into your ankle. Maybe bending the knee a little bit. We'll stay for one more breath. And release the right knee back to the mat. We'll take the same thing to the other side. On an inhale, extending left leg behind you and pressing into your ankle. Feeling a stretch in the back side of your leg. Staying for one more breath in. And on your exhale, releasing that knee down to the mat. We're moving towards a supported child's pose. If you have a bolster or a pillow, coming to find it in between your knees as you take your knees wide to the edges of your mat. And then allow your body to melt over your bolster. One cheek can come down. If this feels like a little too much on your knees, maybe finding a folded blanket between your shins and thighs. Give a little bit more support there, but wherever you are, see if you can relax 10% more into this pose. Keep your breath flowing here. Noticing any differences in this pose. You can feel the breath going into your back more. If your head is turned to one side, go ahead and turn the opposite cheek to face down to the mat. We'll be here for one more minute. Here, 3 more rounds of breath. As you're ready, bring weight back into your hands and gently walk back up to seated. And we'll come back into Baddha Konasana, that bound angle pose, with feet touching, knees going wide. A great option here is to find blocks under your knees if this is a little bit too much for you tonight. Sitting up nice and tall. We'll come to gently walk fingers forward, little by little, just as far as you can keep your back straight, opening through your chest. Keeping the breath flowing. Your smooth, deep inhales and long, full exhales. Stay here for one more breath in. And on your exhale, release and round your back over. Maybe your elbows come down to the earth. So let your head and neck release, heavy. As you're ready, press yourself back up to seated. Find your hands behind you and extend both legs long out in front of you. Into sort of a Dandasana variation with your hands by your sides, energy going out through your heels as you flex your feet up to the ceiling. And again, as you're ready, walk your fingers forward, only as far as you can comfortably keep a straight back. Find length through the crown of your head. So breathe into the gentle stretch in the back of your legs. A great option here is to find a rolled up blanket under your knees to make it a little bit more of a passive pose. It's a little bit too much sensation for right now. Again, finding length through an open chest. Bring your gaze forward in front of your feet. We'll stay here for one more inhale. And on your exhale, round your back, releasing over. Option to keep the feet active or to release them down. Finding a place of ease here. Allow your head and neck to be heavy to the ground. Your shoulders relax away from your ears. As you're ready, bring weight back into your hands and slowly come up to seated. We're now moving into Upavista Konasana, or wide angle pose. Go ahead and take your legs wide to either side. Flex your feet up to the ceiling. Sit up nice and tall. And as you're ready, we'll take the same thing one more time. Gently walking fingertips forward, keeping a straight back. Extend through your chest. Roll your shoulders open. Taking any wiggles that feel good here, and in any pose, just allowing the body to relax. Stay here for an inhale. And on your exhale again, allowing the back to round, releasing head, neck, shoulders down to the earth. Our recommendation is to keep your feet flexed here, to keep them pointing up to the ceiling. Keep your breath flowing here, noticing if you can breathe into areas of tension. Let your exhale release a little bit deeper. We'll stay for just a few more breaths. On your next inhale, go ahead and bring weight back into your hands and gently walk it back up to seated. Release your legs, bringing them out in front of you, maybe bouncing them on the floor a little bit. Then we're going to move into a supported heart opener. So if you have blocks and bolsters, that's how I would cue you to set this up. However, you can find an incline with any sorts of props, pillows. But if you have the blocks and a bolster, putting one on its medium height, the next on its tallest height, and releasing the bolster along the blocks. As you're ready, coming to scoot your hips back close to the bolster and releasing back over. Allowing your palms to face up to either side. Shoulder blades walk gently down the back. Is there any way you can relax a little bit more into the pose? I'm just gonna go long, or maybe knees stay pointing up to the sky. Or take any other variation of the legs that feels good to you. Notice the gentle opening of the throat and chest here. As you continue taking deep inhales and long exhales. Feeling the support of the earth. All the points of contact. Your shoulders drop away from your ears anymore. You'll be here for 3 more rounds of breath. If you're ready, roll over off to your left side. You come up to seated. We're going to take this into a supported twist. So if you'd like to join me, find yourself with your right hip next to the bolster, nice and close, keeping the same incline. And as you're ready, twist over the bolster, allowing your body to melt over it. You can find your right cheek down to the bolster. You fold over. Again, trying to find release here. Is there any way that you can relax 10% more? Breath is still flowing and deep. You breathe into the spiral of this pose. We'll be here for 1 more minute. Taking 3 more rounds of breath. And as you're ready, bring weight back into your hands to walk yourself back up to sitting. Releasing the twist. Come to sit with your back to your bolster. And gently rock the knees from one side to the other, windshield wipering. So release your lower back. And as you're ready, we'll set up to take that on the other side. Now finding your left hip close to the bolster. And twisting over it. And releasing. Now your left cheek can come to the bolster. Again, is there any way that you can release a little bit further into this pose? Release your shoulders away from your ears. As you're breathing into the rotation here. Be here for one more minute. Three more luxurious rounds of breath. As you're ready, press into your hands and gently come up to sit. We'll release props to the side for now. Keep a bolster nearby as we move into our last couple poses. As you're ready, come to release down to your back, sliding your shoulder blades under your back. Knees can point up to the sky, feet planted on the floor. We're going to move into a supported bridge pose. So, finding in whatever way feels best to you. Finding a bolster under your hips. Giving you a little bit of a back bend here. Hands can go out to one side and the other. Or find any other position that feels comfortable. Again, can you relax 10% more here? Continuing to take deep inhales and full exhale. We'll be here for one more minute. As you're ready, press your feet into the earth as you slide the bolster down. As we move into our final resting pose. Have a variation of Shavasana. I'm going to offer putting the bolster under your knees. As you find your palms facing up by your sides, you can release out. And one more time, coming back to the sensation of your breath. As you inhale and you exhale. Eventually taking one more inhale. And on your exhale, allow your eyes to close and release all control of your breath. Coming to tune in with the physical body. Notice any areas of tension or ease. See if you can release anything a little bit more. Place your forehead, eyebrows, the muscles behind your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, your throat, shoulders, chest, arms, upper back, abdomen, pelvis, legs, the whole body relax. As if you could feel yourself melting into the floor with each exhale. As if you could sink into the floor. Eventually drawing your awareness to your emotional, energetic, and thinking mind. Simply taking inventory of how you feel in the present moment without the intent to change or fix anything. Just observing with awareness. And eventually release focus altogether. And just be here, be present, and let go. Love creates a communion with life. Love expands us, connects us, sweetens us, ennobles us. Love springs up in tender concern. It blossoms into caring action. It makes beauty out of all we touch. In any moment, we can step beyond our small self and embrace each other as beloved parts of a whole. When you're ready, start to deepen your breath. Invite small movement back into the body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling ankles and wrists, maybe nodding your head, rolling it back and forth along the mat. And if it's calling to you, maybe taking a big morning stretch. Eventually coming to roll back onto your right side, using your right arm as a pillow. Find a moment of gratitude here on your side. Gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat this evening. Gratitude to your body for carrying you through this practice. And for this practice and everything that it has to offer us on and off the mat. As you're ready, press into your left hand and come up to find a comfortable seat. Hands can find your knees, or if you'd like to join me, bringing hands to heart center in Anjali Mudra. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe shines. I honor the place in you which is of love, of truth, of light, and of peace. When you are in that place in you and I am in that place in me, we are one. If you'd like to join me, bringing thumb knuckles up to third eye center, we'll seal this practice with the blessing of Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.